Hey, this is John. I just want to ask you a question today. Do you feel like you are living your story or you're living someone else's story? And sometimes we can feel like we're living someone else's story because we're doing all these things because we should. We're doing all of these things out of guilt. If you feel like that, this is for you. And it's very much inspired by posts Carlita put on her page. And she was talking about our journey of finding our real story where we stop living someone else's story. But what happens is, it might be religious, it might be a relationship, it might be a toxic environment, whether it's a family environment or a toxic marriage. It could be even in the work that you do. This element flows through different areas of our life. And so I want to explore that in upcoming videos, these different areas that can lead us to be maybe not living our true life that we would choose to live. But I want to explore one area today, and it was motivated by a comment that came through on that post that I mentioned. And the person sort of said, "Oh, good on you for putting yourself first." And it got me thinking, that term just kind of got me thinking, actually, us living our true story didn't mean putting ourselves first. It meant putting our story first. It meant developing good boundaries. It meant us not giving more than we were capable of giving. Carlita has a great saying. She says, "Don't burn yourself to keep someone else warm." That's not a healthy sort of giving. But it got me thinking, when you are called to your true calling, oftentimes it involves putting the interests of others first. It involves, for example, in a relationship, you don't put yourself first. If you're called to be with your soulmate, you're always looking out for each other, right? I think of our friend Amanya, who's in Uganda. She runs an orphanage off her own steam, and she does it with the help of donations, of course. Her story is on Daily Inspired Life. If you look it up, it's a brilliant story. But her following her real purpose in life, her following her real story, living her story, was actually a story of self-sacrifice, not putting herself first, right? So I highlight this because when you start to explore your real story, it's going to involve you putting boundaries. It's going to involve you testing what you believe. It's going to involve you exploring the current relationships you have, the stories in your past. And you might be called selfish for doing this. There's a great book. If you struggle with boundaries, I'll just put it up on the screen here. It's a book on boundaries. It's a fantastic book. Often Christians have woeful boundaries because of misapplied scripture, but it's not just limited to the Christian faith. It's like we all have different situations, different stories in our life that lead us to the point we are today, okay? And so with boundaries, what you'll find is when you start putting a boundary in place, where you start saying, hey, whatever's happening here, whether it's your work, whether it's a friend, a relationship, a family relationship, when you start putting a boundary in place, you could be accused of being called selfish. And you're not selfish by putting a boundary in place. You're actually looking after yourself. You're not even putting yourself first in reality when you think about the broader aspect of your life, and we'll drill down into that. But it's just something I wanted to talk to you today, and I want to encourage you to explore areas of your life that are governed by false stories, areas where you don't feel authentic. It's like, this isn't actually me, this isn't what I was put on the planet to do. And when you start peeling those back, sometimes it can be a bit hard, but the results can be so freeing. And so while today I'm not advocating throwing everything away, I'm saying it's part of the journey. And if you're feeling selfish doing it, don't feel selfish, because you're not selfish. If you feel like you're burning yourself to keep others warm, if you feel like there's some areas in your life that don't feel aligned, don't feel authentic, please try what I'm saying. Have a look at some of the other videos on the channel, because I talk about unraveling false stories. I talk about how to deal with high emotion states and triggering. And I've got more coming to you on this topic. I hope you enjoy. I just want to tell you I love you. and I'm cheering you on.